Immediate past Governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki has sent some words of sympathy to the people of Okpekpe community in the Etsako East local government area of Edo State following the killing of two persons, Batemue Philip aka Ebo and Christopher Bello by suspected herdsmen on Monday, calling on the state governor, Monday Okpebholo and other authorities responsible for the security of the state to act swiftly, just as the council chairperson in charge of the local government, Benedicta Attoh, raised alarm that if the state government fails to act fast, the entire North Ibie people may be wiped out by the suspected Fulani herders, with another report of the head of the Vigilante group in Erah Community in the Owan East local government area of the state, Victor Ogendegbe, also killed in cold blood by attackers suspected to be Fulani herdsmen. Former Governor Obaseki, through his personal social media accounts on Monday, said the attack on the community was unfortunate and mindless. He said, "I am deeply saddened by the unfortunate and mindless attack on Okpekpe community in Etsako East local government area of Edo State by suspected herdsmen, leading to the gruesome killing of two innocent citizens, Batemue Philip, Ebo and Christopher Bello. My heart and prayers are with the people of Okpekpe community and families of the deceased at this very difficult time. Such mindless attacks are tragedies we pray never to witness in our communities. We urge all state actors responsible for security in the state to respond swiftly to put an end to this mayhem, and ensure that those responsible for this heinous act are brought to justice," Obaseki words ends in quote. The council chairperson, Honorable Benedicta Attoh, in a press release issued on Monday by the council's chief press secretary, Benjamin Attoh, said the victims were killed in the morning on their way to the farm. The executive chairman of Etsako East Local Government Council, Honorable Princess Benedicta Attoh, has expressed concern about the ongoing killing in the Okpekpe community in North Ibie zone, saying if the state government does not take immediate action to stop the killing, the entire community will be wiped out. She described today, Monday, February 24th, as a Black Monday in the Okpekpe community, as Mr. Philip Batemue aka Ebo and another Mr. Christopher Bello were killed this morning by suspected Fulani herders on their way to their farms. Honorable Princess Attoh, who lamented the ongoing spate of killings by marauding Fulani herdsmen and militias across the council, said Etsako East has become a killing field. We urge the governor of the state to deploy security across the community bushes and activate local vigilante, which she has consistently used to secure the council area. She frowned against the federal government's ambivalent stance amid the herdsmen's attacks, which she said is taking too many lives. It is time to tackle this high-level insecurity by deploying military in parts of the bush and farm areas to give the farmers an immediate sense of safety in their farmlands, she said, according to the press release issued by the council chief press secretary. Meanwhile, an aspirant for Owan federal constituency in the coming election in 2027, Barrister Joseph, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, on Monday presented before a federal high court sitting in Abuja its ninth witness, who happened to be a staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, over the allegations of money laundering and embezzlement of 4 billion naira from the coffers of Anambra State government by the immediate past governor, Willie Obiano, to which the ninth witness claimed that the 3 out of the 23 companies the EFCC alleged Obiano used to commit the fraud were not licensed by the CBN, adding that the 3 companies had since been delisted as one of the financial operators in the country. This also followed the testimonies of the 3rd and 4th witnesses presented by the EFCC last year that alleged they were bringing physical cash in millions to the embattled former governor. Details of the report, as presented by the Public Relations Unit of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, reads below. Alleged 4 billion naira's fraud. Obiano used unlicensed companies for fraud. Witness. The trial of Willie Obiano, former governor of Anambra State, continued on Monday, February 24, 2025 before Justice Inyang Ekwo of the Federal High Court, Abuja, with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, presenting its ninth witness. Obiano is facing prosecution by the EFCC on 9-count charges of embezzlement and money laundering to the tune of N4 billion. At Monday S proceedings, the EFCC called prosecution witness 9, PW9, Andrew Ali, a staff of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, and head of the license office, who revealed that 3 companies out of the 23 company accounts connected with the alleged 4 billion naira fraud were not duly licensed with the CBN to carry out bureau de change business. Ali, while being led in evidence by prosecution counsel, Sylvanus Tahir, San, disclosed that Connaught International Service, SY Panda Enterprise and Ziga Trading Company were not licensed to carry out BDC business, adding that Ziga has been delisted from the CBN license list before 2014. Sometimes around April 2023, we received 2 letters from the EFCC regarding some 23 financial institutions to know if they were licensed or not. I recall forwarding the 2 letters to the desk officer, who upon review, said we have received such letters in the past before, so we comprehensively replied the EFCC in a letter dated May 21, 2023, and as seen in the letter of our response, out of 23 companies, 3 of them were not registered, he said. The 8-page letter from the EFCC and the response were admitted in evidence and marked as Exhibit A1 A8. While being cross-examined by defense counsel, Onyechi Ikpeazu, San, Ali recalled that Ziga Trading Company did not meet the licensing requirements before 2014. Once you do not meet the requirements, you are delisted. It is in public knowledge that we only supervise the people that are licensed. Once you are not on our list, we lose the power to supervise you. We run public notice to sensitize the public not to operate. One of the numbers of courts used by the federal government under the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to challenge the operational activities and exercise of authorities by the former Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Philip, has fixed February 26, 2025 to rule on recusal application filed by the embattled ex-CBN governor after the Special Offences Court judge was accused of being biased and unfair in his handling of the case before the court sitting in Lagos State. This is coming after another court-ordered final forfeiture of billions of naira worth of properties allegedly linked to the most troubled, investigated, humiliated and detained ex-governor of CBN in Nigeria history. Details of the report, as contained in numbers of news releases made available by the Public Relations Unit of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, reads verbatim below. Court to rule on Philip's application alleging bias, February 26. Justice R.A. Oshodi of a Special Offences Court sitting in Ikeja, Lagos, has adjourned till February 26, 2025 to deliver ruling on an application by a former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Philip, asking the trial judge to recuse himself alleging bias. Philip is standing trial on a 19-count charge bordering on receiving gratification and corrupt demand preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. His co-defendant, Harry Omoy, is facing a 3-count charge bordering on unlawful acceptance of gifts by agents. They have pleaded not guilty to the charges. At Monday's proceedings, February 24, 2025, the prosecution led by Rotimi Oyedepo, San, concluded the examination in chief of the 7th prosecution witness, PW7, Adetola John, but rather than proceed with the cross-examination, counsel for Philip, Olalekan Ojo, San, and Omoy's counsel, Kazim Badamosi, San, asked the court to recuse itself on the allegation of bias. The defense refused to cross-examine the witness and through an oral application, unanimously asked the court to recuse itself alleging bias. Oyedepo, however, vehemently opposed the application. He said, "In this proceeding, Your Lordship had numerous times ruled against the prosecution, and if defense is dissatisfied with the ruling of the court, they can appeal. I do not know what defense is trying to prove by telling this court to recuse itself, because in this case, there is no evidence of allegation of bias." This is a form of delay tactics, and I urge your lordship to discountenance this application, because a reasonable person in this court will realize that this application is meant to delay this trial. The court had earlier granted accelerated hearing in this case, and I urge this honorable court to ask defense to cross-examine the witness. Thereafter, Justice Oshodi adjourned to rule on the application. Court orders final forfeiture of 830 million naira, $4.7 million, properties linked to Emefiele. Justice Helen Bogoro of
Erah Community, bringing you the news in a more digital way.